Your unconscious mind is manifesting what you don't want to manifest. And that's because even though you do a great conscious effort to change your life, you're not being aware of what your unconscious mind is doing. So in today's video, I want to teach you how to manifest by learning how to make the unconscious mind manifest the right things. 80% of your manifestations will never be conscious. They will be unconscious. What you do with your consciousness is correct and redirect your unconscious mind so it works towards your goals and not against you. So why does your unconscious mind manifest what you don't want? That is because you believe every thought that pops up in your mind. Every time you feel worried about something, every time you feel anxious, every time you overthink, every time you procrastinate something, that's because there are thoughts that are appearing in your mind and you believe in those thoughts and you feed them, you make them grow. Those thoughts come from your unconscious mind and your unconscious mind is wired in a way that is not working in your favor. Once you learn how to manifest, once you get the skill of manifestation, you don't ever watch any video. You just learned the skill one day, so now you're happy, right? You're manifesting, that's it. You have a brain, right? And this brain generates your consciousness. That's you. Your consciousness is who you are. You are not your name, you're not your body, you're not your clothes, you're a consciousness. You just are, that's it. Your brain also generates your unconscious mind. Your unconsciousness can be explained, can be defined as a set of automatic systems. That's it. It's not some kind of mystical force that is independent from you and works like separately. It's just a set of automatic systems that run in the background of your mind while you can focus on other stuff, all right? Why? Because you have finite energy and you have to administrate that energy in the smartest way possible. Because the energy is finite and you want to do like a bunch of stuff every day. So you have to administrate the energy. That's why you automate processes and you have an unconscious mind that automates those processes. So basically what you do is you automate your actions by mapping situations with actions. So every time you face a familiar situation, you already have an action associated with that situation. Like washing your hands. Do you learn from scratch how to wash your hands every time you want to wash your hands? Do you learn how to socialize every time you want to socialize? No, you already know. Because you have memories and beliefs in your brain that tell you exactly what to do every time. Now, when we talk about manifestation, you want these memories and beliefs and this automatic system that maps actions with situations to be wired in the right way so the automatic actions you execute work towards your goals. Now, this definition of unconscious mind is not the most rigorous definition. It's just a useful definition that can help us think. Remember, your brain is limited consciousness. You don't have infinite intelligence. So you have to simplify stuff so you can think about that stuff in the proper way. That's what we do in physics, economics, chemistry, and that's what your brain does with reality. You simplify stuff so you can think about it. So this definition is just a tool we will use to think about this and then apply the knowledge and change our lives by manifesting the things we want. So basically, your brain basically generates a storage of memories. That's like your memory. And also creates a belief system. And these memories and beliefs constitute two models of reality. The first model is your identity. The second model is a world model. I call it like that. Basically, your brain uses your memory and your beliefs to define two things. And by define, I mean modeling, creating a model. Remember, what is a model? A model is a simplification of reality that we use to predict the future and solve problems. Your brain literally uses your memories and beliefs to create two models. One model is the model of yourself, the model of who you think you are, like your personality. The other model is the world model. I call it like that. This is not like the most rigorous name, but it works. So the world model is a model of your environment. Everything you have around you, you can interpret what you have around you because you have a model that tells you what is happening. And this model stores, both of these models store a lot of data and information about who you are and about your environment. If you think you are shy, if you think you are undisciplined, if you think you're not smart, if you think you are disciplined, if you think you are successful, that's just memories and beliefs that are organized this way. If you think money is scarce or abundant, if you think like walking around the streets is dangerous, if you think people are good or evil, that's just memories and information and beliefs that you have about the world, about your environment. Now, let me tell you something. Models in the brain are not accurate or delusional. Models just are. What does that mean? Why do we care about that? That's the most important thing here, guys. There is not such model as an accurate model, and there is not such model as a delusional model. Your model of reality is not accurate or delusional. It is not real or false. It's just a model. If you think you're shy, you will manifest that and make it real in the physical plane. This is not reality, remember. This is just the physical plane. This is the mental plane, and there is even a higher plane, that is the spiritual plane. Your model of reality inside your brain will get manifested into the physical plane. Then there is not such thing as a delusional or accurate model. There are just models that get manifested into the physical plane. So if you want to believe of yourself that you are the best, that you are extremely smart, that you are socially skilled, that you are strong, that you will be extremely successful, that you will be extremely wealthy or whatever, then you can just go and do it. And if you do it in the right way, I mean, when I say the right way, what I mean is you truly believe of yourself that you are smart, that you will be successful, that you will be wealthy, that you are like socially skilled. You truly deeply believe in your heart, in your mind, that you are that. If you do that, you will manifest that into the physical plane. It's automatic. It takes time, but it will be manifested someday. Now, if you just say things out loud, oh, I am extremely successful, I will be wealthy or whatever, but you don't believe it deeply, then it's nonsense. It will never get manifested. That's why your unconscious mind is sabotaging you. Because you keep saying things out loud, you keep visualizing yourself, you keep like making these like methods of affirmation. But your unconscious mind is wired in the same way. So you are not manifesting. You are using methods that can help you change this, like affirmation and visualization are great tools. Don't misunderstand me. I love those tools, but especially visualization, but you are not using them the right way because you are not changing your unconscious mind. The key here is not affirmations or visualization. That will not attract something like magically. It will not come because of the fact that you said it out loud. It will come if, because you said it out loud, you changed your belief about yourself or your environment. How do we change this? With affirmations, with visualization, of course. But there is something key here. You can use the method you want, but I will give you the resource that will make every method work. That is awareness. This is what will help you manifest whatever you want. When you get aware of this, you can change it. Now, let me tell you something. I want to say something that is extremely important. You have to become aware of one fact. Every time your brain gives you a thought about yourself that is negative, like you're a failure, you're undisciplined, you're shy, you will not succeed, never, so you will have to be scared and anxious and overthinking about everything. That is just a thought. If you ignore that thought, just because, you have no reason, you don't need a justification, you just ignore the thought. And you pay attention to a new thought that you found in your head that shows you being successful, and you feed that thought, you will be successful. It's that simple. Because thoughts don't come from reality, or more specifically, thoughts don't come from the physical plane. The physical plane comes from your thoughts. It's the other way around. Remember, you have the spiritual plane, the mental plane, the physical plane. The higher plane manifests in the lower planes. So your thoughts get manifested in the physical plane. That's why you don't need any justification to say that you are extremely smart, that you are extremely successful, that you are extremely skilled socially and in the gym, or you are the best artist, or whatever you want. Because you don't get the right thoughts by manifesting. You manifest by getting the right thoughts. That's the way you do it. You don't need a justification to believe of yourself the best things that you have always wanted to believe about yourself. You don't need a justification. That's what you have to understand. You don't need to work for 10 hours a day for 3 months in a row to say, I am disciplined, I am successful. You don't need to make $1 million to say, I am smart, I can make money. It's the other way around. When you believe you are smart, when you believe you are disciplined, you will work for 10 hours a day for 3 months in a row, and you will make $1 million, and then everything will match up. Because it's the other way around. You create the right thoughts, and then you manifest. So just stay aware of this, of your identity and your world model, because your brain uses this info to design your actions. Your brain uses this info to design your actions. From here is where your actions come from. So if you don't take care of this, and you don't get aware of this system inside your brain, it will keep sabotaging your life and your manifestations, and your unconscious mind will keep manifesting what you have never wanted to manifest. And that's why you will keep in a loop of trying to manifest, getting the wrong things, and you don't understand what's happening. Just stay aware. Keep developing this beautiful skill of awareness. Do affirmations, visualize, do whatever you want. Just change your beliefs and memories about the past. When you change your beliefs, you will execute in a different way, right? When you believe you are disciplined, when you believe that you're smart, you will do like a bunch of different things that you have never done before. When you do that, your memories will change because you will generate new experiences. You will work for longer hours, you will train better, you will paint better if you're an artist or whatever. Like, you will do whatever thing you do daily and you are passionate about, you will do better. And you will store memories doing that better. And you will store memories doing everything better. And that will be your new identity. And when your new identity becomes automatic, you win. Okay? So I hope it helped. If you made it until here, I'm really glad and I'm really grateful. So I hope it helped. Thanks for watching. Bye.